NoiseNewsUK here at Hit the Deck 2013 with Attention Thieves. How are we finding Hit the Deck?
Good, very good. Awesome.
Have we played yet today?
We have.
Yeah. How did they all set it out? Which stage were you on?
We were on the main stage, yeah. Obviously, big one. Just before Mallory knocks. It was fucking
Was it full room?
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. It was packed up.
How did the other people buying in treat us at Attention Thieves?
They treated us.
They did actually really well, yeah.
They treated us like gems.
We had a good day in Bristol actually. I was surprised yesterday because we've not played Bristol too much, but that was really good. And I was like, is it going to be?
We played it once.
I was like, is it going to be the same level? I was like, that was really good. And then today, Kill Station was like, that was pretty nuts. So yeah, I'm happy.
And is it nice as a relatively young band to come to places like this just to get your name out there and play?
Definitely, I mean, we've exposed ourselves to so many people now, like especially at merch as well, we're selling quite a lot.
I think we sold like 50 CDs already today.
It's just also new people as well, it's just so many new ears you want to get to. It's just
It is an asset to be able to like tap into people that, you know, like the kind of music you're doing, they haven't seen you, and it's obviously such a wide variety of people as well, and so you're just, you know, making a lot of different connections there.
Do you feel like pressure when you arrive at shows like this to actually make a good impression on people who might have seen you?
that's always in the back of your mind, isn't it? But because you're so kind of well rehearsed and you know what's going on with your own set, you're kind of at ease with, you know what's going on once you're on stage.
That's the whole reason why my band, like playing band, is to I think what it is. Thank you very much, sir.
Table service made interview.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Good man. Thanks, buddy.
I would say
it's alright. It's alright. That bit starts. You get that free, mate.
Special. Definitely sums up.
No extra charge. Thanks very much. Cheers.
I think the thing that was more pressure was just having to rush on, having to, you know, just get a really quick line check. I mean,
we don't get sound checks.
Yeah, recently the shows we've been doing recently have been that kind of style, but it's still always, you're not sure what's going to happen. You're in the back of your mind thinking about the sound, like everything on stage levels, and you're not really thinking about the show. And then once you kick in, you're like, oh, it's fine. Like as soon as people start, you know, getting into it, you're like, that's all cool. You know.
We won there were quite a few people there. I saw quite a few T-shirts, like a lot of people singing along. But by the end of the set, we had like the whole crowd jumping.
Yeah, the reception afterwards has been great. You kind of like think about all the kind of technical aspect of it, and you're not so much thinking about the people at the time. And then afterwards, people are like, oh, I saw it was me, first time seeing you, and it was killer. And I'm like,
I think that we just done a bunch of dates opening for Shibari, and I feel like if we'd have done these shows without those shows.
yeah, we wouldn't have been as ready.
As confident as ready. So we just played massive shows and it kind of made this like.
That was an experience in itself. But then opening for those guys, as soon as we've done that, and you kind of get a feel for, all right, you're on in 10 minutes, set up, you do it. But then as soon as you do it, people are going nuts for it. And you're like, just kind of,
just being it's a big, you know, it's a pressure to like, other than playing Reading Festival, they're the biggest shows we've done.
because it was in a row. It's probably
3 in a row, and then we had a couple of days off and we did these shows. And I feel those shows really prepared us for this, and I think we wouldn't have. I don't know, I just don't feel like we would have been as ready.
But I mean, this, yeah, I feel good for having done that.
And is it a good confidence boost, the really positive reaction you've got on?
Yeah, and not just for the bands, and like we've been going around and signing stuff, stop inches, stop all day, sold a lot of merch, and not only that, we've won over a lot of bands, like a lot of people we maybe look up to being like.
Yeah, that's the best thing when you like you're gonna go check out a band and they're like, oh yeah, I just saw you guys, and you're like, alright. Like yesterday, like Broco tweeted us, they're like, oh yeah, AT band ripping upstairs, and we're like, fucking hell, like. It's cool.
It's good to know we're not crap.
He might build it up a bit too much though, so like.
Yeah, mate. No, don't get an ego, alright?
Start small. It would say it's fair to say you're probably one of the heavier bands on the main stage today.
Do you think? On the main stage, yeah, I was
on the main stage, I would say. Probably.
Except for Attack maybe.
What hence my voice.
I know what you're saying, like, if you look at the lineup, yeah, I think we're bringing a heavier vibe. But then obviously we've just been checking out all the other bands before.
We don't have a single beat down or anything like that.
We nearly have a beat down.
We nearly.
I think as well, there's live where we are heavier than record. Like on the record you kind of back away on the guitars a bit and give the vocals some space, but live we kind of do, push them up. We want to be like in people's faces. We want to engage them and be like, this is the energy that we're bringing is high energy.
I don't think we like to be a genre. We like we don't want to be pigeonholed. So we just play. If we start playing beat downs, we'll be that kind of band. So we're just a rock band and we just cover stuff we like. So.
But obviously,
I saw that and they're like, let's go, and it never happened. It's like we just wanked off 1,000 people to the point and then stopped just before.
That's a very weird, and I kind of feel that analogy is.
It's like tangent.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
This interview is taking a slightly seedier turn than others, isn't it?
Oh yeah. You just wait, yeah.
I'm not sure if it's going to get worse going forward.
Actually, there were females as well. That's good.
Right. Reel it in, come on.
Focus.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then you look at
Chuck it back.
looking at your schedule this year, you've been some busy boys. First kind of few months, 2013, with Shikari, and you had a headliner with the Neck Beat Boys as well. How was that?
That was good.
Good lads, I like the boys. A lot of fun. And that was the first run we've done. We switched agents, and that was like kind of a step up with who was booking for us, and it was just like the shows was so
Made a difference.
Yeah, like it kind of felt like we basically toured all of last year as well, so it wasn't like any different to us. It's just that it seems like now the shows have got a lot busier. People are kind of realising what we're about and like hearing about the band more. And just we've started to pick up, and we're going to keep doing what we're doing. We find that the more we gig, the more stuff happens for us. So we're not going to stop doing that. We've obviously got our own thing going underneath that. We've got material we've recorded, and we're looking to release that. But our main focus is always going to be touring.
Yeah. And it looks like you go to a wider range of places than maybe a lot of bands would play.
Yeah, we basically walk, I'm not going to talk about wanking on ourselves, so just put
Even
that
though you
out
did
there.
just then, but
Just didn't mention it.
No, well, I know.
you were hoping
But
you
from now
we can
on-
edit the wanky people off it until you talk
From now
about
on,
it.
from now on, yeah, we can really cross over the kind of music we play. As I said, we're trying to pigeonhole ourselves. We don't have to play. We can play with metal bands, we can play with pop punk bands, we can play with rock bands, even pop, some sort of rock bands. We can play with a band like Shikari and make it work.
That's the thing though, like you're saying, the cases, like some places you go, like the scene there is really set in a certain genre. It's like, unless you're hardcore, you can't
It's
really
not,
play
yeah,
there.
it's not
Whereas
we've intended it, intended to do that. It's just we've all got together and just, we play, we just get in a practice and we don't have any agenda, we just play what we play. And then whatever that is happens. And that's why you get a wide variety of
Sometimes the out of
songs.
town shows are better than the main city. Sometimes just because there's no real scene. Obviously, if they can't get to the big cities, they're going to come to the out of town places, which makes it so much worth.
It just so happens that the music we are playing crosses over. I don't know what you're talking about. Is that
He said,
I won't answer the question.
am I not talking about it?
No, you are literally just rambling about something.
he's like, what's it like? We
saying
play lots of different places other than the bigger cities. So.
I thought it was like saying about different types of music, play with different bands or something.
Like different
I
places.
missed out on that.
We all listen to the question, and then you are just some extra
I've been
person.
drunk for that.
We can tie that in though, because that does make sense to the fact that we're not saying like, it seems sometimes, I'm not going to diss on it, but you play London sometimes and people are kind of got their set mindset on something where you go off the beaten track and people are just really into what we're doing, and it might be that their local scene is a certain scene and we're bringing something else that isn't that music, like this area just does this thing, but we bring something else, and then they're receptive to it, and we're like, that's what we're all about. We're kind of want to get in there, get our hands dirty and just get involved with people who like music. There's a music scene somewhere we can tap into, even if it's not what we're doing.
You can even change a couple of people at a show.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's always worth it, even if it's hard. Even if you take 3 pounds a night, you can bring 6, 7 friends next time. It grows.
I understand you've been working on a debut full-length album with John Mitchell. How's that been going? Is it done or is it still?
All the tracks are recorded, but we're kind of
We don't know if we're going to release a full length yet or if we're going to release an album.
like we're unsure about the platform from which we're gonna, or even the format that it's gonna come out. So we're kind of assessing that at the moment. But we have like an album's worth of material basically. So that's
We've
what's
done an
going on.
album's worth, but with your full length, you want, as Ryan said, the platform, you want it to be like your band to be at that big enough level to release it. Or, you know, like.
You just want to fall on deaf ears basically when you release the album.
Yeah, you don't want to go too early.
You want the debut to be
At the right time, and we just don't know, is it? So that's up in the air.
We've got the stuff recorded and we want people to hear it. We're just thinking that, you know, instead of putting it out there, people being like, you know, a load of stuff at one time and being, I'm not going to pay all the same amount of attention. We might kind of put it out there in dribs and drabs just to be like, you know, have people, you know, listen to it in the way that we want them to listen to it.
Yeah.
But everything that we've recorded, we are absolutely in love with.
Everything
Like, those guys at our house, John Mitchell,
Yeah.
they spent so much time on it. Like we had their engineers sleeping overnight to edit the drum tracks. It
We
was
didn't
like,
have it.
well,
They just sound like we've
it,
got.
it was their dedication. They were like, we want to get this right for you, and they invested as much in it as we did.
The
Really
dude
appreciate
stayed
it.
up for like 5 days and nights, pretty much slept on the sofa, didn't go home because he was so into it. So I was just like, what can you say?
These are the longest answers you've ever had for any question.
The longest interview answers we've had today, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Although the last band smashed one of the other members' head on the table, so.
We like
In here.
No, in there, thankfully, otherwise we would have gone straight to the
There's
glass and
forks
that.
here. We'll do it again, but let's just face
Don't
it.
touch the
forks
cutlery.
right.
People are going to eat with this.
Alright.
So
Are they?
How about us?
Possibly not now.
Yeah, going to burn this table after.